I bring you greetings from the city of Hampton, and thank you very much for allowing me to be here and be a participant in these festivities and to hear Anton again deliver a very stirring message. He's a tough act to follow, and I'm certainly sorry I didn't get here first before you got here second. But anyway, I wanted to remind you that we're existing in a very historic situation in terms of our African American history here in Hampton. Most people were taught, or some people were taught, that the first Africans that came to this continent came to Jamestown, and that's not true. It was an Old Point Company area down in Hampton. 20 and some odd slaves were disembarked or disengaged from a ship, and they didn't know what to do with them. They didn't really know what the purpose they were going to serve. They had been captured from a Portuguese ship by an English fighter ship, and so they traded these individuals for food and water and other things that they needed to continue on their particular journey. And so these 20 and odd Negroes, or Africans as they were called at the time, from Angola, came aboard and were dispersed with a gentleman by the name of Tucker. And that family is an old family name, one of the oldest family names here in Hampton. And the Tucker family is still here, and there's a cemetery, for those of you who don't know, over in the Aberdeen area that has some of the remains of the first Tucker family. And also, many of you didn't know that what is now Blueberry Gap Farm was the Tucker farm. And he raised his ware in that particular area. In 1868, Hampton University was founded here in this country. The contraband slave decision was made in 1861 here in Hampton, again, to take the grounds that we live and serve on every day. That decision by that base commander, who was from Massachusetts and wasn't a lawyer, was the thing that gave Abraham Lincoln the wherewithal, the gumption, if you will, to issue the Emancipation Proclamation some short time thereafter. What he did was, when the Southern captain from Norfolk came to capture these three guys that had escaped from him and sought asylum at Fort Monroe, he said, I came to get my property. And as an attorney, and he was an attorney, Anton, that rang a bell with. He said, attorney, property. He said, well, when you fight a war, all the property that you capture from your enemy you use to your best advantage. You don't allow him to recapture it and use it to his advantage. So he said, I'm not returning these people to you. I'm going to call them contraband of war. So consequently, in Hampton, they said slavery was initiated and launched here because they first came aboard here in Hampton, and it was all slavery was ended here by virtue of the fact of the contraband slave decision. Many of the streets that are here in Hampton were named by some of the Africans that came here. I'm going to be through in a minute. When the Civil War was launched, the white citizens in Hampton left because Fort Monroe stayed in the hands of the Union Army the whole time, and they were predisposed not to let those people being the Union soldiers, have anything of value. So they burned the whole town down, except for St. John's Church. They leveled it. So when the brothers came here doing the contraband war, because after they were declared free, hundreds of Africans and slaves escaped to Union lines all over the country. And in Hampton, we had a couple thousand people in downtown Hampton on the corner where Lincoln Street is now and Olmsted Avenue. And that was one of those old slab towns. But that's part of our history and the start of the sacred ground that we live on, and the contributions that we made to the wherewithal that allowed these young people here to become attorneys today and leaders in our community. And I've been blessed and also being elected as a leader in that particular property and serving that capacity in this historic town with you, the best people of any city in America. Thank you very much.
Thank you.